Welcome to another Vintage League here, and today we are trying out the new Spider-Man set that has just dropped on Magic Online and in paper as well. You'll notice there aren't any Spider-Man looking cards in this set because this is a Spider-Man card, but Wizards of the Coast did not get the rights to Spider-Man on Magic Online, so we get this dumb looking card. The actual card we're playing today is this one. Doc Ock's Tentacles. Now it's the same card as the silly looking one here, Giantcraft Helm, except that's generic. And this is the actual Spider-Man one, like Dr. Octopus's like tentacles from the Spider-Man series. Anyway, we're playing this one today. Now, there aren't a ton of cards in the set that look super exciting to me. There's a Spider-Woman and Arachne, which are both kind of like white or blue hate bears, which I think both are like pretty reasonable cards that you can play with. They don't really go into the decks that I want to play right now, so we're trying this one. But I might try those two later. Arachne and Spider-Woman are both pretty reasonable cards. And then some of the Mayhem cards I think are interesting. Some of the Mayhem cards in like Bizarre or Frog decks. But we've got Doc Ock Tentacles today. Now this one is pretty cool. It only costs 1 mana. When a creature you control with mana value 5 or greater enters, you can attach the equipment to it. And it gets +4/+4. And we are using this in conjunction with Memory Guardian, which is 5 mana. You can play it for a lot less with affinity. And you give it +4/+4, so that becomes a 7/8 flyer with your Dr. Octopus's Tentacles. Thought Monitor, same idea. These all have mana value 5 or more. You could play that with Affinity, put Doc Ock's Tentacles on it, makes a 6/6, and it's same thing with Kappa Cannoneer. Turn Kappa Cannoneer into a Kappa enters as a 5/5, so it'll be a 9/9 right away, then grow. So what's cool is that this, combos with these cards that they all have, 5 or more mana. But being an artifact, it also helps you cast them, which is cool. So helps with Affinity for Thought Monitor, helps with Affinity for Memory Guardian. It can use the improvise ability here on Kappa Cannoneer to help you cast your Kappa Cannoneer. So it plays real nice with all of those. And then if, in a pinch, you can also put your Doc Ock's Tentacles on an Argentum Masticore, which is a good card to blow up pesky Orcish Bowmasters and Frogs and, Collector Oofs and Null Rods and stuff. This is a really strong card. But yeah, another one it costs 5 mana, so it does work with the Doc Ock's Tentacles here. So mainly we've got our 5 mana creatures here, and these can all pick up the Doc Ock's Tentacles for free, which is pretty cool. That's what we're trying to do today. To fill the deck out, we've got strong blue and blue shops kind of cards for the One Ring as the preeminent Mishra's workshopable artifact draw engine. Force of Will, of course, we're in a blue deck here. Our one restricted Lodestone Golem, which is still a nice hate piece against a lot of the format. Can slow them down just long enough for us to win. 1 Tinker, which can grab any of our artifacts. 3 Force of Negations to go with our 4 Force of Wills. We want to not lose right away while we try and aggro out. 4 Sink into Stupors, which is a nice blues card. Pitches to the forces, makes blue mana. It can also bounce annoying stuff like Null Rod or whatever. 1 Simulacrum Synthesizer. So this one makes construct tokens whenever you put an artifact with mana value 3 or less into play, and we've got a lot of those. These 5 and these 11 will all trigger this card, so plenty of ways to get this online, which is cool as an artifact, so you can pay the 2 generic Wizards Workshops. And it's blue. 4 Patchwork Automatons, a nice early beater here. You can load it up with artifacts to make it big. It's not an amazing threat, and it doesn't work with Giantcraft Helm, but on curve here for 2 mana, it is the preeminent creature in shops today. Time Walk Recall, of course. Our fast mana in Mana Vault, Soul Ring, and Mox Crypt Lotus. 1 Vexing Bauble. And this is the Doc Ock's Tentacles. This is our new Spider-Man card. This, again, if you missed the very beginning, is just the Universes with the inversion of it. 4 Mishra's Workshop, of course, as our preeminent way of casting our artifacts. 4 Ancient Tomb, 3 Islands, and then Tolarian Academy and our Saga. Throw a like and a subscribe. All really appreciate it. This, of course, is free content, and I do not make any money from this, so please support the channel by throwing a like, a subscribe, and either now or at some point in the video, throwing a comment down below to help with all the algorithm stuff to get some people to watch. Could be fun. Now on to the sideboard. Oh, and if you got any ideas for other Spider-Man cards you'd like to see, let me know down below. There aren't a ton that I really like, so if you've got, ideas, do feel free to let me know. Happy to listen. Can't promise I'll play them, but happy to listen and think about it. In the sideboard, we got our Bizarre Hate. We're also playing 4 Grafdigger's Cage. Oath of Druids is had a bit of a resurgence over the weekend. Did really well at some bigger tournaments on Magic Online. We're playing 4 Grafdigger's Cage, which can also, instead of not only stops like Dredge, but also is good against the card Oath of Druids. That's why we're playing 4 of these today. We've got ways of dealing with Oath main deck, like with Force of Will, Force of Negation. The ring can stop the trigger, Masticore can blow it up, but we do just have like a lot of random creatures too. And Oath can be good against this sort of strategy. They only have to resolve 1 card and it costs 2 mana, and we've got forces and stuff, so important to respect Oath of Druids there. Again, Dredge as well, respecting those. We've got anti-combo cards here. A lot of the PO decks around here, and we can pretty much function under a Null Rod. It's not that big of a deal for us. Like, our high mana cards, like Kappa Cannoneer, you can still use improvise. What's it called again? The improvise can still be paid under a Null Rod, so that's fine. They work together. The Thought Monitor and the Kappa and the what's it called again? Memory Guardian, like they're actually easier to cast under a Null Rod in a lot of ways, because it helps them reduce your mana by 1. So unless they're specifically shutting off your like Mox Sapphire, then they're completely fine with a Null Rod out. The big card that is annoying for Null Rods is our 1 ring, but I think it's worth it. We probably still play them both in the PO matchups. Our last Force of Negation in the sideboard, again for the combo decks. 1 Argentum Masticore. You can bring that in against the decks where we've got a problematic permanent, like, I don't know. There's various ones. It's good against, like, the Lur's control decks and stuff. And then Sphere Shops had a bit of a resurgence too. Not this quite build, but more of like a colorless or even white shops that Chestnut has been playing with the Clown Car card. So we're going to respect shops a bit. We're going to play 2 Hurkyl's Recalls here, because there's a very real chance we run into shops. And actually, as I'm recording this, there's been a trophy with, what's it called again? Iron Spider... What's it called again? It's a new Spider-Man card. A trophy with the Magic Online. Iron Spider Stark something or other. Like a 3 mana artifact creature with a bunch of abilities to pump and draw cards, and it looks pretty cool. So people are trying that out. Anyway, again, like and subscribe like I mentioned in the middle of this, and let's get into round 1. Hello. Welcome to another vintage match here. Alright. I think we keep it. Try for the recall here. Got forced. They're on Merfolk. Okay. Wasteland. Sure. Would have liked that earlier. I got another wasteland, okay. Fair enough. See if our Kappa can get there. Void Mirror. Sure. Can't. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think we just got to swing here. Maybe I should have played the Thought Monitor, but we were getting low on life. Oh, right. That was stupid. Alright, fair enough. None of these cards are good. Maybe we just keep in the negations and just try and hit like Mox and things. I think we just keep in 2 Force of Negations randomly. We had a pretty good hand last time. I don't know. I guess they had the Force of Will for our recall. We didn't draw the Vexing Bauble till afterwards, so. Yep. Alright. That's a good one. I could have just hard cast that. I'm not sure why I didn't do that. Should have just hard cast the Force. Yeah, I should have just hard cast that Force. That was stupid. Now I could have had Force up still. That was a blunder. That was a blunder. I assume they've got a Hull Breacher here. Yeah. So we will go 4, 5. Try and force the Hull Breacher. We'll run it back. They've got Void Mirrors. I think the negations become actually better here. I guess we're still got 2 in, that's okay. Some ways they get better, some ways they get worse. They can just cheese us with a turn 1 Void Mirror. How many? Okay, we'll give this a try. Emerald. Cavern. Time walk. I think there's any benefit in playing this out, so we'll just go to our turn, or their upkeep, and then we'll try and do this. And I actually hope they force it this time. Yep. That's good for us. Do we want the synthesizer or do we want the patchwork? I think we want the synthesizer. So, bottom, top. Sure. Green. Oh. That's a good one. That's a problem. Okay. They're gonna wasteland this, I assume. Ooh, that's a great draw. That's our best draw, by far. Surprised they didn't wasteland us. Just gonna blow up the Hull Breacher. Swing. Play our Thought Monitor. Got a Hull Breacher, that's fine. Unless they drew something crazy, we got this one. Yeah, we got there. Alright. Good game. Alright, here we go. I think Black Dex usually is playing Dredge. It's kind of a problem for us. That's about as reasonable of a hand as we can expect. I think we just go for the ring. Alright, well. I don't think they were actually dead there, but I'll take it. I'll take it. I don't think the patchworks do a ton. Alright. Maybe I think maybe 1, 2 of them are okay. Seven card Bizarre Cape, huh? That means I think we got a mull. We got a mull. And we will reluctantly keep this. And there is 0 chance that our Grafdigger is cage results, but oh well. Oh, they just take it. Okay. Uh-huh. Oh boy. Not using it now, that means they got a Force of Will in hand or something, probably. Which means we're completely dead, but... F6. I think I'm super duper dead. I will make my only play and you can Force of Will it. Yeah. We knew that was there, that's why they weren't using the second Bizarre. Well, we die. And then they just kill us with the Ichorids. So we'll go to game 3. think anything changes. Still pretty happy with this configuration. Mulligan the 4, we like to see it. Do I force that back? I think so, actually. GG. Alright. We played Ring and won games. Okay. Here we go. I think it's a key. How we play this out's interesting, though. I think we do go turn 1 Bauble. That makes sure that and our frogless soup opponent has lost connection. So turn 1 Jet, Bauble, play Sync, take 3, play Mana Vault. That lets us set up a turn 2 Ring, which I think is where we want to be. Just gotta wait for Frogless Soup to come back, so that's gonna go on mute here, and just feel free to skip ahead. Alright, here we go. They're on 7 as well. So we'll start with this. I think we just want to... Force of Will is such a common card in a vintage. I think we do want to play this slow, not just try and jam the ring. Play our ring. Four, 5. Can't do anything else. Oh, it's Oath. It's Oath, we're in trouble. Oh boy. That's not a good... Do we just hope to draw a force? Maybe just try and crack and draw a force. Nope, we don't draw a force. Alright, well that's problematic. That's not a good matchup for us. There's our force. We're a little late. We got a bunch of forces now, but it's a little late. Mm-hmm. You can force the oak, huh? I should have probably forced it again. I'm not sure what I'm doing. I think we're just dead anyway, doesn't really matter. I feel like I kind of gave up. What else did they take? I don't know. Yeah, we definitely should have fought over that. What did they? I fought over the ring. Do they have another one? Yeah, I should have just fought over the. I should have fought over the Yoko again. I don't know why I didn't. It's dumb. I already played a land. I think this is just doomed. I'm just gonna scoop. I give up. I don't care enough. Alright, Grafdigger's Cage. Argentum Masticore. Force of Negation. Patchworks. Take out Helm. Take out the Memory Guardian. Soul Guide Lantern. Try that. I thought we had a really good hand too on the play. Turn 1 Vexing Bauble, turn 2 Ring. I definitely should have fought over the stupid Oko, but we were so much trouble anyway. I think that's a keep. Ouch. Alright. Fair enough, we've been bested. We got mana though. We do have reasonable draws here. Do they just have an Oath again? Time Walk. Still bad. Not bad, like, still not good for us. You can see that we have nothing. Well, since we got that, I'll play this out. Just gonna hold the other workshop for Masticore purposes. Try and get a thought monitor here. Do they want to force it again? Sure. Yeah, there's definitely a case to not use the sync there, but I'm not sure if I should have used the sync there. I think maybe I should just let it go. That's fine. That would have been perfect. That was the perfect draw if they didn't have Null Rod there. We can save that for, can't use it, but if they play a Oath, we can play the Ring and blank them for a turn. Show and tell. Okay. Sure. I think the Cannoneer, because it can be unblockable. Since they're bringing in Null Rod, does that change anything for us? I don't think so. Not going to bring in Hurkyls to beat Null Rod, I don't think. Seems too deep. I guess so. It's a tough one. I mean, the Masticore is good. You got a Vexing Bauble to protect against Force. They go just like turn 1. Oh, they have a keep 7, then we can't force anything. But it's iffy, but I think on the draw it's fine. Alright, well they know we can't do anything about an early oath there. You want to counter our Vexing Bauble? No. That's good against us. We can't play the Masticore in time then. Oh, there's our Force. Good timing. We have to try and find a cage now. Yeah, shit. Well, we died, I guess. Okay, we have to draw a cage right here. And now we have all of our frickin' forces. Ugh. That's annoying. I guess I should have mulliganed. I don't know. Yeah, it's a good. I think I just scoop. I don't know. I don't think we can win this one, really, right? I don't know. Maybe play one more turn. You just swing for 10. Yeah, I mean, you're just dead. Ugh, bleh. Alright, here we go. We will play. That's an awkward hand. Do we keep this? Do we keep this? They're on like... I think we do. We got so many blue cards in our deck, though. Any of the blue cards, we draw them. We just don't do anything. Also, stopping our own Moxen. I think it's actually a mulligan. It's a tough one, though. That's bad, too. This is worse, actually. This does nothing. Alright, let's see what they're on. Very painful hand here. Sphere shops. Alright, let's see. Yeah. Oh, we gotta pay one more, right? think we want the Kappa. I think we just want the damage. Um, I think we just swing and then we can force something if we have to. Alright, game 2. Bring in our Hurkyls. Masticore. I think Fawn on the draw. Null Rod. No. Soul Guide. Cage. I don't think the Lodestone Golem is amazing in this matchup. I think the Patchwork, especially on the draw, is a bit underwhelming too. I really want to do something with that. Take out 2 Patchworks. I think it's just too easy for them to... I guess the Vexing Bauble's not great on the draw. I really want to get this going. Gotta wait for our opponent to submit here, but I think this is okay. Vexing Bauble on the draw versus them is pretty bad. Lodestone's bad. I don't think the patches are how we win, but on the play they're a lot better. I think our hand's too top heavy with not enough mana. Yeah, the Fallen goes. We do need a blue mana here. Okay. And a vault. Battle Force. We have to try and ride this to victory, which may or may not work out well for us. All right. Yep. No. Let's get rid of the Nettle Cyst. Swing. Alright. No. We will swing. Let's see what they got for us here. So if they brick here, we win. Like they draw a land, or a Mox or something. Nope, they got something good. That's not good for us. Oh boy. Curious what they get. I assume Urza Saga. Urza Saga makes a lot of sense here. This was a bigger creature we could have won right now, which is unfortunate. They get Saga here, they can just win. Inventor's Fair. Okay. That actually kind of helps them. It's just annoying. They have to chump this. See what they do here. Oh no, it's a big thing. Oh boy. 5 mana. They're going to use the Inventor's Fair. They get 5 mana. Golos again? We can blow up a Golos, so that's fine. Ring? Ring would be bad for us. I think they get Ring here. Anything but Ring we can just Golos. 3, 4, 5. I think we're okay then, because we can blow up the Golos. And then swing. Yeah, I think we're good. No. So we'll blow up the Golos. That's fine. We'll go to attack. That should be good. Alright, here we go. Yeah, shit. Okay. It's not my day. Yeah, there's our Force of Negation. Let me try this. I think we want the ring. I think we keep it and just play Apache. Conk. Alright. What else you got there? Hopefully draw a blue spell here. Nope. Not ideal. Could be a problem for us. Oh, it's opponent's thing. We can't bounce our stupid Null Rod. Alright. Alright, a pretty good league there. It started off a little rough. We ended up 3-2, so very happy with that, with our trying out our new Spider-Man card. Unfortunately, we didn't get to use Doc Ock's Tentacles much in the league. I only have 2 in the deck, so you know it's not going to come up all the time. But a little unfortunate that we didn't get to play it more, so I might have to try something like this again in the future. Trying to get that combo online more, but the deck was, you know, very solid. You know, we beat Dredge, we beat Spear Shop's deck, we beat Merfolk. Singpan likes to play Merfolk. We lost this one to Oath. Game 3, I think that was just completely on me. I really should have mulliganed that hand. I don't know what I was thinking. Like, on the draw with our hand, we could play the Masticore turn 2, but that's too late because our opponent, if they just go land, Oath on their turn, gets, you know, the Oath into play before the Masticore. So it's, our hand wasn't fast enough. I just, you know, didn't respect that, which was very silly. So a lot of that was on me for not mulliganing to a reasonable hand. We have a lot of really good cards in the matchup, and then just playing a turn 2 on the draw Argentum Masticore is not it. It was very silly. And then we lost to Voidmere and Null Rod effects and stuff against Mono Initiative here. I think that can be a tough matchup, for sure. So that one is what it is. I'll probably reorder these. I'll probably put this one at the very end because we just got blown out there. And move this one more towards the middle. But yeah, overall, 3-2, so happy with that. We didn't get to do too much with our Giantcraft Helm, which again is our Universes Within version of the Doc Ock's Tentacles. Is our Spider-Man card, but this is just the Universe Within version. So, you know, we didn't get to do the combo much of putting it, you know, attaching it right away to one of these, but you know, it's still, you know, it's still a fun thing to do, and if you want to give it a try, please do. I think otherwise the deck just worked fine. I don't really have any complaints. Yeah, I mean, pretty happy with it, but you know, might try it again with like a third helm just to try and like force the combo a bit more. I'm not sure. I don't know. Anyway, like, subscribe. You got any ideas for other Spider-Man cards I should try? Let me know down below in the comments. Alright, see you next time.